So here we have the Grinch. I did a version of this 1, 2, maybe 3 years ago, and believe it or not, I had to even go into my own YouTube channel to remember how I did it. So this is a different version. I mean, it's very similar to the original, which I did borrow from Don Caldwell. I saw it on his one of his posts or his Facebook page. I probably anyway, wherever. So this is it. We're going to make it, and hopefully you'll like it. It doesn't take very many balloons, believe it or not. So we're going to start with the green. If you want to use dark green, you use dark green. I'm using lime green, so that's what we're using. Now we're blowing it up, and we're leaving about that much right there. Okay. So I like to do, and there, you can do this any way you want, but I'm going to do the cheeks first. So, and I need those a little soft, so we're just going to give it a squeeze. I'm going to twist, tie, push the knot through. Okay. I'm going to do the exact same on the other side. I gave it a squish, and I'm going to twist. Now, hopefully those are pretty close to the same. I know that's just a little smaller, but it's good enough. Okay. Then we're going to do the bottom jaw. So I'm going to do about a 1 finger bubble. Then I'm going to do a pinch twist. Then I'm going to make another bubble soft, the same size as the cheeks. Then we're going to do another pinch twist, then a little bubble. That all joins into the very middle, wrapping around. Any way that will hold it will be the correct way to do it. So that is currently where we are. I'll bring this up here. You can kind of see we're going here. I'll poke the mouth into, so then hopefully if you can't quite understand what I've done, there, right there. I'll bring up the head again. So you can see we just need the white in there for the mouth, and that'll be the mouth. Now we're going to do I'll leave you up front. We're going to do the 3 bubble roll through to make the top of the head. So whatever size you think it needs to be, 4 fingers, 5 fingers, whatever, that's the correct way to do it. You can put a pinch twist up here if you want, and if you don't want, then don't put a pinch twist up there. Okay. There we go, making those the same size. Wrap those around. Once again, if you're worried about it coming apart, then pull this one right through. Then it should not come apart. Okay. Now we're going to do the roll through. So make these same size or very close. Roll through. There. Okay. So that is currently where we are. Eventually we'll cut this off. Unless you want to leave a green part here, but that's up to you. I'm using red. Okay. So hopefully you're all where I am. Good. Now we're going to use a scrap of black for the nose. Blow it up as big or as small as you think you need. I'm going to go with about 2 fingers. And we'll say this is forward, because I don't know which way is forward. So there we are, still. Just going to put that back together so once again you can see where we're going. Good. Then I'm going to blow up the red. And actually I blew up quite a bit, but I don't need all of this, that's for sure. We're going to do the top of the hat right there. So I will tie that around. Gonna make some noise on the green. There. Tie, tie, and just to make sure it all stays in place, I'm gonna wrap, well, I'm using the red. I could have wrapped the green around a few times since they're tied together. Okay. Now we're gonna use the white, and we will do the top of that head, and I will also leave some of the white for the mouth. Like I say, you could use 2 scraps to do this, but I'm just using 1 whole one. So we're going to do a couple of pinch twists. Then that's around with my hand right there. That will wrap around at 260. So you figure out your own hand size and you'll know what will wrap around at 260. There, wrap that a few times. Then I like to do a smaller bubble, about 3, maybe 4 fingers. And wrapping that in. Deciding how long you want the hat to be. We'll say about there. You'll figure it out, okay? Pushing that in. And I'm gonna twist those a few times. Keeps everything from deflating after I pull apart. Now this one I pulled apart, but I need to make the mouth. So I'm just going to deflate it. About there. Maybe I need more, maybe that's good enough. We'll find out. Tie the end here. When I tie, then it's easier to get to the middle of the balloon. Well, normally, there we go, perfect. Okay, gonna tie those together. Again, if you have scissors, cut them off. If you don't, then pull it off with your finger. Let's also get rid of this. Now, I need this here, the red, for the eyes. So, about that big should be good enough. Notice how I just tie those around. And pull that off. We're going to find the middle, or approximately the middle, as close as we can, right? There. We'll say that's the middle. So those are the eyes. And we're going to push those through here. Okay. Hopefully you can still keeping up. We're right there. Now we're going to do the yellow around the eyes. And what I do with that, this is definitely different than what I posted whatever years ago. Then I used a 260 and I did it differently. Now I'm using a 160. You know, it's a scrap yellow. There. Well, that'll do. Seemed to have a funny end on that. But anyway, we got it. Okay. Now we're taking this. We're going to wrap it around the base of the head. Then we're going to take our 160 and it's going to go behind the front of the head and eventually and behind the eyes too. So we're taking the end there, pushing it through. If I can find it, there it is. Pull. You have to kind of help it get behind the eyes. And then with this you'll have to adjust how long or how big you want the yellow part to be. There's a couple of wraparounds. Excuse me while I modify it or make it fit better. I'm pulling the eyes forward so the yellow can get behind. Okay. Okay. How's that look? Am I coming close to there? Close enough. I have to play with that a bit too. Anyway, and then we take our white, which we'd saved from the hat, and this is folded over. You just push it in. And make the little adjustments you want to make. Fold the hat more. There. And then of course, you know, just cut off the little bits that you don't like. So anyway, there you go. There is the Grinch hat, or head I mean. And thanks to the original Don Caldwell, I'm not quite sure how he did it. I just, as I say, reverse engineered his. So, and I'm sure his is way better than mine, without a doubt. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. And if you like this video, then please go back and watch the commercial at the beginning of it. And if you didn't, well, then don't watch the commercial. But have a wonderful day anyway. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now.